Hi, I'm Gabriel and this is Learning English Path. And in this lesson, I'm going to teach you one thing that you really need to do if learning English is important to you. Wake up and learn English. Immediately. Right away. You need to be at your desk studying English, reviewing English within the first 3 or 4 minutes of waking up. Why is this necessary? Well, because your brain will struggle to get into the correct state of learning English if you wait 5 minutes or more. Okay, scientifically, your brain will need to really push itself, and it will take a while before you can start to really get into the flow, into the zone of learning English. If you wait more than 3 or 4 minutes after waking up. There's a researcher called Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi who wrote a book in 1990, I believe, called Flow. And in this book, he said, he taught us how the brain gets into that zone of creativity and easy, enjoyable learning, how that happens and how you can maximize your ability to get into that state. We've all felt this state, right? Maybe you are really good at a sport. Maybe let's just say you're really good at tennis. Yeah? And you can have really good days of playing tennis where you just feel like everything is going your way, right? You can hit every ball, you know what your opponent is going to do, and you're on top of your game. But there are other days when it is just not clicking for you, right? But when it is clicking, you are in the middle of a feeling of just making quick connections, right? That also happens when you're learning something and you get yourself into that zone of learning. But you can, in a sense, hack that learning state. And you can go into it quicker and easier. Because it's not always easy to get there. Sometimes it takes a lot of effort. But in this book, Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi talks about these brain waves, which he did not discover. He didn't discover brain waves. But there are brain waves that have certain qualities of thoughts, right? And I'll show you them here now. So, deep sleep, this is delta. So delta waves are happening in your brain when you're completely unconscious and you're in deep dreamless sleep, right? When you're dreaming, or when you're in some kind of deep meditation, then you are in theta. You have theta waves in your brain. So your brain changes up a little bit. When you're just waking up, that is when you are in alpha. And it takes us about 3 or 4 minutes for most people to go through that state before it changes again. But this is also the state of flow. This is also the state where people feel like they are unstoppable in something. Maybe you're reading a book and you're completely immersed in it. Or you're learning something and you're completely immersed in learning what you're learning. And you are enjoying it. In that case, you are also in an alpha state. Usually. So how can you get into this state quicker and immediately start your day with a really good study session? Right when you wake up. You're already in alpha state and you can maintain that. Okay, it doesn't go away if you keep yourself in alpha state by getting into the zone right away. You stay in that state and it's easier to continue studying. It's not a struggle anymore. Try it out, okay? So how can you do this best? Well, first thing, you need to really schedule your early morning learning. All right? You need to schedule what you're going to learn in the morning. You could prepare a brain warmer for yourself. So before you start learning something new in English, you are reviewing something you already know. Because otherwise it's too difficult and you will resist it. But here's a big tip I have for you. If you don't have some kind of something to review, the best way to get yourself immediately in that state is this. You wake up and you write your dreams in English. Even if it's just vocabulary that you remember from your dreams, you write your dreams in English. Because you just might remember your dreams, right? We tend to forget our dreams after a few minutes if we don't think about them. But you wake up, you remember your dreams, you have a notepad right beside you, and you write down what you remember in English. That immediately puts your mind into an English state. And it trains your unconscious mind so that you might start dreaming in English. And that can have enormous powerful effects because the deeper within your consciousness that you can put the English language, the better you will remember it. It's not something you have to stretch to remember anymore. So if you associate your dreams with English, you will start to dream in English and you will learn English better. Okay? Don't dismiss this as some kind of pseudoscience that hasn't been proven. No, this part has not been proven. But I have done this personally with Chinese, and it has really helped me to learn things that I did not understand in Chinese. Not only with languages, I have done this with other topics as well, with history, for example. Okay? And what you can do, you see, if you associate your dreams with something else in a certain way, it builds more connections. All right? So write your dreams in English right away. This can put your mind in an English learning state, and then go and study something that you haven't learned before. Maybe you can try to look up words associated with your dreams that you did not know in English before. And then right away you're learning and you are applying it to something personal. Because your dreams, what are more personal than your dreams? Huh? You apply it to something personal and you will make more connections. Set your alarm so that it goes off at a certain time, and do not hesitate, okay? Don't wake up and then lie in bed for 2 minutes, 3 minutes thinking about something and then get up, because that's already a lot of your alpha state wasted, right? This can help you enormously if you try it. Don't dismiss it until you try it. Okay? I know some of you watching this video are saying, oh, this is some crazy idea of dreaming in English by writing down dreams. What can this do? Trust me, just try it. Don't just try it once. Try it for 3 weeks, at least 3 weeks. Give it a try. And then you can come back to me and give me feedback on this technique. All right? Keep learning and keep going.